Today we're going to be talking about upgraded builds. In the most common builds, people will usually prioritize on stamina, where you'll be focusing on the mobility tree as well as the survival tree. And some builds are focused on support. This is available in the conditioning tree. For example, you'll take less damage when you're down. Of course, this is not a solo build, it relies on your teammates to res you up, and also you can one-shot the drones using a single melee hit. As for now, we don't know the level cap limit in upgraders, so in this video I would assume it's 60. This is because if we're allowed to gain level without any limit, this will allow us to unlock every single talent in all these 3 skill trees, which will defeat the purpose of having a skill tree, by the way. So if the level cap is lower than 60, we might have to take out some of the unimportant talents and just focus on the important ones. So now let's get straight into the video. Alright, let's focus on the stamina build here. I'll be showing you the most optimized route that you take in the skill tree. So of course we're going to be starting with the mobility skill tree and start with 1 point of Nimble Climber. This will allow you to climb and vault more quickly. So movement is key in this game. If you're running away from bots or other players to get into a building, for example, this talent is key. So we're going to start with 1 point first. And then you want to max out the Marathon Runner. With this talent, moving around in the game will cost less stamina, which is really crucial because when you start off the game without any talent, your character consumes a lot of stamina. Like, you can't sprint that far away, it always consumes a lot of stamina, so this talent tree will help you out. Alright, right after that you want to max out the Youthful Lungs. This will increase your max stamina. This talent has a great synergy with the Marathon Runner because you'll use less stamina while moving and you have maximum cap of that stamina bar. So your focus here is to get to this talent, which is carry the momentum. After a sprint dodge roll, sprinting does not consume stamina, which is really great. It has a cooldown. So this talent will require at least 15 talent points in mobility. So you want to increase your Nimble Climber to about 3 points. Slip and slide, which will allow you to slide further. You can take this only 1 point. Sturdy ankles, you take less fall damage. You can spend another point on this one. Once you have 15 in mobility, I would recommend getting this one first, Calming Stroll, because while walking, your stamina will regen as if you were standing still, which is really great. So pick this talent up first before choosing to carry the momentum. Alright, next, let's spend 1 point in use the weight. In the conditioning tree, when you use a shield, it doesn't slow you down as much. So depending on your situation, as in the early games, you might not have resources to the shield. So I would just spend 1 point in this talent. And then we'll max it out later when I finish the survival tree. Otherwise, if you're playing in a squad, you have that beefy and juicy loot at the start. You might want to max this talent in the early game. Alright, now let's focus on the survival tree, which has some of the best talents in the game. Firstly, you want to pick the Agile Croucher, which will make your movement speed increase while crouching. I would spend 2 points on this just to meet the 15 points requirement to get to the next tier. And then you want to max out Looter's Instinct. When searching container, loot is revealed faster. Then you can spend some points in the Silent Scavenger, which will make less noise while you're looting. I put 2 points on this one. So our goal here is to unlock Suffer in Silence. While critically hurt, your movement makes less noise. Although it doesn't look that important, we want to unlock this to unlock the next skill. So it requires 15 points in Survival. I'm going to spend 1 point in Revitalizing Squat, which means stamina regeneration while crouch is increased. It's not important as we got the stamina regen while walking in the mobility tree earlier. So 1 point is enough. And then we're going to pick in-round crafting. This is really great talent. Depending on your playstyle, if you like to field craft a lot of things in raid, you might want to pick this talent or even max this talent all out. Then while we already have 15 points in survival and have locked the first tier, might as well we're going to get the good as new. So while under a healing effect, stamina regen will increase. This talent is really helpful in PvP fights or even fighting with bots. So while you're healing, you gain that stamina so you can move to another location to flank or to just escape from the situation. Alright, after that you want to focus on Broad Shoulders. This is really an important talent as it will increase the maximum weight you can carry. So initially you can only carry like 30 kilos or something like that. With this talent, it will allow you to carry more. And this talent is the dream for all looters out there because while looting, there's a chance to reveal twice as many items at once. which makes your looting process much faster and efficient. I really like this talent. So our goal here is to get to the security breach, which will allow you to breach security lockers. These containers are usually locked behind locked doors, which will require keys in the game, and you can only open these containers if you have this security breach talent. As of right now, we don't know what is really inside the security breach talent. In Tech Test 2 previously, the loot wasn't that great, and we can't really test it in the server slam beta as we kept to level 15. I'm assuming rare items like maybe the power rod to craft those legendary weapons. We'll soon find out when people get to the higher levels. So before we can unlock the final tier of this tree, you need 36 points. So we're going to be spending 1 point in the Traveling Tinkerer. It unlocks additional item to Fieldcraft, 1 point in one Raider Scrap. When looting Raider containers, you'll have a small chance of finding additional Fieldcraft item. This is not that important as you'll need to find that Raider container which is scattered throughout the map. Unless you're just focusing on looting those, you might want to max this one up. Alright, next for the Stubborn Mule, you want to max this one up as your stamina regen is less affected by being over encumbered. So if you carry more than your max amount of weight limit, you get over encumbered. So with this talent, it will allow your stamina to regen much faster. So I would max this one up. Next, I would max this one up as well, 3 Deep Breath. After using an ability that drains your stamina, you recover more quickly, which is really great. And finally, while you have 36 points in this tree, why not spend on the Minesweeper, which will allow you to defuse mines or explosive deployables. That is a really huge toolkit to have in the game. So that's a quick guide, nice and easy. If we help you, don't forget to hit that like and also subscribe. You can also check out all Arc Raiders mission guide. Link is down below. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.